So welcome back. Remember at the end of the last episode, Gemma said we needed some more stability in our lives on the boat, don't we? So the boat sort of can move like this, can't it? And it can also move like this. So what we're going to be fitting is some Zipwakes, which are basically interceptors, which intercept the water on either side of the transom. So they can either provide lift to the transom or roll correction to the transom. So should we go have a look? So, these bolt straight to the transom, and apparently these can shoot out super fast to basically give the right correction that we need. So, we got the smallest of the range, so these are only 300mm and we're only fitting 2. But you can actually fit, I think it's up to 5 or 6. Really big ones depending on how big your boat is. But we've only got a small boat, haven't we?
So it looks really easy to fit. We've got the 2 Zipwakes to go on the back. We've got a lovely control panel. That'll's going to look nice on the dash, isn't it? And luckily, we have got a space for it, because we never thought we were going to put these on the boat. And then we have the distribution unit. We have watched a YouTube video on how you fit them, and it looks so simple. But what I really like is that the instructions have all got pictures. So, step by step, with pictures, on how you fit them.
So, a conventional transom mounted stabiliser, I'm going to say, sticks out the back like that. So the flow of water is then affected by this big flap. But the problem with the standard ones, this takes so long to go up and down. But with the Zipwakes, all they do is intercept the water here, which gives a fluid path from here to here then. So then it makes the system a lot faster, so you can respond to the dynamic way that the water's moving basically. So that's why we went for these systems, because they're small and fast.
So it's really cool about the Zipwakes is they actually give you a template for screwing it on. So basically you just line it up on the back of your transom, screw the holes, and like, job's done.
So it gives you all the drill sizes, and all you have to do is follow these holes basically. But I think before we do that, we'll move the transducer. We'll get the transducer out of the way, and then we can refit that later, but we can move it a bit more inboard. Right, so we're now set at the pause and starboard template now. I love templates, because like, you can't go wrong, can you, with a template? Right, so what we're going to do now is put a 3mm pilot hole through the ones we want to drill. This one here is for the cable gland, which I think it'll go out inside properly, in a nice location, but the fuel tank's pretty close to there. So I think what comes in the kit anyway is like a you can actually change the location of where the cable comes in. So I think we're going to go high just to keep it off the floor of the boat, off the sole of the boat, so nothing can clash. So we're now drilling out to 5mm now to accept the big stainless steel screws.
So the Zipwakes have two ways you can mount the wires. One, it can go straight back so you don't see any wires at all. But that is under our floor level, the deck level in the boat, so we can't get to it to put the back fixing on it. So we're going to go higher with the wire. They come with these lovely little wire cases, if that's what they're called, but because our transom's got a little kick in it, it doesn't sit flat. So we can't really use that pretty little extra piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the wire up to about there, and then I think we're just going to have to put some P-clips on it just to keep the wire in place.
Now we actually get to put the actual actuator, or what are they called? What was that? So the interceptors, isn't it? The things which do all the work. You want a quick demo of them? Look. It's hard to do with your fingers. They go like shoot up and down dead fast. Okay, so we've fitted these Zipwakes to the transom. Don't they look good? Right, so what we need to fit now is the power distribution. That's what I'm going to call it. I don't know if Zipwake calls it that, but... So, here's our distribution, which basically fits close to the Zipwake units, and that's going to tell them to go up and down, or, yeah, up and down, not left and right, I'm going to go up and down.
That's the brains.
That's the brains. No, I think this is the grunts.
All right.
This goes right, go that way or go that way, then it will sense the feedback. But the brains goes on the helm, because that measures the yaw and the pitch of the boats, and that's giving the information then to the interceptors, which then correct the boat.
I'm quite surprised how easy the interceptors were to actually fit to the back.
Yeah.
I was being panicked about it, but it's so simple.
Yeah, they have. I don't know much about this company, but they've really thought about the end user, the likes of us or you guys at home or something like that. But there's basically all these instructions are just really, really, really simple. And as well, there's a really good video, is there?
Yes.
So Gemma keeps referring to this video just to have a quick look, and it's so, yeah. Hang on, she'll pull it up now. Doesn't compute that well filming it, but, and then we can go. Let's see if I can operate this.
Simon, can you operate YouTube?
And then internet says no for a second. Oh, there you go. Oh, it just gives you really simple, basic. Anyway, we'll put a link to their video in our description, so you can have a look for it, bro. So fit the power distribution up there, sort of out the water. So now we need to move on to the control panel, which is my favourite part, because that's the clever parts. Okay, so it comes with a beautiful 10 plates. We like 10 plates because you can visualise exactly where stuff goes. Right, so on this it says we need a 76mm hole, 2.5mm drill holes.
There you go. There you go. 2.5mm pilot hole, 76mm hole cutter.
Cool. So I think first we check behind the console and make sure there's nothing in the way of where we're going to put it. Even though it might look beautiful on the outside, you don't know what it's like on the inside, do you? So I've already undone the bolt, so hopefully this will come off. Fire extinguishers. Right, so it's going to fit around here, and then up here there's actually nothing really in the way, so that's good. Right, so we've got another massive hole in the boat. So if she fits. Oh, how does she look good? Right, so I've connected up all the relevant wires now. And what we need to do is turn the ignition on the engine, and then hopefully this will come live. Oh, on the Zipwake's on. Yeah, what do you do now? Oh, tension. Right, it's definitely a job for Gemma, the next phase I think. Plugging in some boat details and put once your name and address, I don't know. What do you think? Gemma's going through the instructions.
Yes, so we've got to put the boat details in it, the length, beam, weight, pick what metric, what units you want. Yeah, it looks quite simple to be honest. So there we go, I have set up the little control panel, really simple with the instructions. So what we need to do now is just check that the interceptors work, so we can do a little test. They don't actually come out as like far as I thought they would, which was quite interesting. So we are out on the water to test the Zipwakes we've just fitted.
Yes.
So, how do they work?
How do they work? Well, they basically keep the boat stable, so I think we need to do a bit of practicing before we can probably relay it to you guys, but our level, we've done about half a mile already and we can really feel them working, so that's good. So, I don't know quite how we can simulate to show you guys. Have you got any idea, Gem?
Just like...
We're going dead fast now, some big turns and stuff.
Let's take it slow for now.
Let's take it slow and then we'll figure it out.
So basically, you just leave it set to automatic and it does it all for you. You haven't got to think about it or anything, have you? So it's set to auto. So let's have a little blast out.
All drive. So that stabilisation system, coming down there because we're moving and there's a lot of wind, but when I'm going from one side of the boat to the other, it's not like the boat rolls ever so slightly, then it corrects itself and it goes the other way, then corrects itself, so that's an awesome piece of kit.
So I think the way you are going to be able to tell is before we had to be really careful as to Simon stayed that side of the boat and I stayed on this side of the boat, otherwise it proper leans. So if I have a little walk round, level?
Yeah. I'm watching the lot of numbers, it shows you the percentage of how much they're going down. So this side's on 100% at the moment, and that side's on 62%. It's also trying to correct the nose. What I've noticed as well, at slower speeds, the bow isn't digging in. It's just the transom isn't digging in, it's picking the transom up early. Really good. Feel like we've got 100% and 47%.
So if I go over to this side, what are we on now?
So they keep varying now because obviously it's corrected us from time to time.
It's feels a lot more stable.
Oh.
Like a lot more, because usually at this point I'm holding on for dear life, going, ah!
So them Zipwakes are absolutely awesome.
You can't half tell the difference being on the boat. Even like, you know, we used to panic and you used to have to stand that side and I stand that side. Now it's took all that stress out, and I honestly can't believe the difference it's made on the handling of the boat. And
for such a small boat, I know.
And how comfortable the ride is now. You know, it's quite choppy today.
Obviously, we're at anchor at the moment.
But yeah, I think that is definitely probably the best thing that we fitted to the boat, isn't it?
The thing
Apart from the engine.
The thing I've noticed is like when we're setting off, the boat normally just digs down because it's quite tail heavy, the boat. It really sort of buries itself, and then you have to give it a load of beans to then get out of the water. Now it's just like you can set up as slow as you want. You can go in the range and it gets on plane a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's so much more stable and much more comfortable, and we haven't had any of them big hairy moments.
No,
we had. If you think the waves are probably more choppier than the first time we come out, and we were literally like, and that was a bit scary.
Yeah, and as well I've noticed it keeps the bow down a lot. When we're going through the chop, it really keeps the boat flat rather than it bouncing like that. It just keeps it really sort of horizontal to the world. So
we were a bit unsure at first fitting Zipwakes because they actually recommend it on boats from 20 foot and above, don't they? Yeah. And obviously we were like, well, our boat's on a bit of a small side, 17 foot, but yeah, awesome bit of kit, and it's going to make travelling to all the fishing spots down at the Solent next week a lot more easier.
Yeah, we'll be able to faster.
Yeah. So while we've been out today, we have also been fishing. But if you want to see if we caught anything, pop over to the Ship Happens Adventure channel and we'll put the fishing video on there. Right, so next stop
Sea Angling Classic
is the Sea Angling Classic in 5 days time. So well, I'm not going to spoil it, but I've caught one of the target species that we needed to, so we had some practice.
It's big!
It was, go check it out. Right, thank you so much for watching, and actually thank you to Zipwake for helping us out with this project, because without their support it wouldn't be possible. And I've got to say, totally unbiased, that mega piece of kit.
And but they're fast, they're really fast, because I've been on boats with traditional trim tabs and it takes ages to respond, and you're like, this just goes boom.
Literally you walk to one side of the boat and then it's like, you can feel the lean going, and then all of a sudden it goes, no, you're not leaning today. So thank you all so much for watching, and wish us luck in the fishing competition. See you all soon.
Cheers guys, see you later.